believe that when you use your tools correctly, God will make a way. So, what tools do you have that you're using incorrectly? You're listening to the Unapologetically Unstoppable podcast. It's about going deep into who you were made to be and following that, no matter what. Where your calling is in the front seat and fear, well, it's trying to stop you, but fuck that guy. And getting the tools and tips to become unstoppable. I'm your host, Jeanette Peterson, where not too long ago, I had to find my calling. Here, you'll hear from me and other online experts on how to discover your calling, the steps to make it happen, and how to monetize it. I believe when we're unapologetic about our calling, we become an unstoppable, expansive force. So let's get started. Hey girl, hey, what's going on? So I just wanted to stop and tell you some really personal stuff about what's going on in my life right now. So I just got a new desk. Actually, I'm like redoing my whole office. We moved here in November and it is now June and I like to have my own space. So I took a room downstairs and we put new flooring on it. We painted the room, we painted the ceilings. I got a new desk. I got a bookshelf. What is life? Like I get my own things. This is crazy. Like normally it's just buying things for the kids, right? And Austin was out of town and my desk came. And I was so excited. I was like, yo, I'm gonna put this desk together. But my husband is kind of he's ADHD and also a pack rat. So we've got 50 million screwdrivers of the same size in 50 million locations. And they're not where they're supposed to be. Not at all. So you would think they would either be in the garage with the other tools. Nope, not there. Or in the storage area. Also not there. So I had to find some like random screwdriver to like put my desk together and my bookshelf together. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make this is obviously not the right size, but I'm just going to make it work anyways. I'm just going to like, have you ever done that? Have you ever just found some random tool that you're like, you know what? It's a flathead and this is a flathead screw and I'm just going to shove this in there and it's going to work. It's just going to have to work. And it does work, right? It is not technically the right tool for the job, but I mean, it works. It gets the job done, right? But there are certain tools made for certain things, right? Like I did put my desk together with the wrong tools. Is it as sound as it could be? Probably not. Probably not. But is it together? Yeah, it's together. Would I move it? No, I'm not going to move it. I'm not going to move it anywhere because I don't know what could fall apart. I'm not going to put anything too heavy on here. I'm just going to, keep my two monitors, my keyboard, my computer, a few like random things like my candles on here. And that's about it. I'm not going to put anything crazy on here because I don't know if the tools that I used were the right tools for the job. I know they weren't, actually. I know they were not. But I'm still going to like use this desk. And I know I'm not the only one that's done that. Especially when it comes to kid stuff and you've got like this toy that's got like 50 million batteries in it and you're like, oh my gosh, this thing is dead. Let me just find I've used like a hair clip. One of those like pop in and out ones or like a paper clip. Shove that bad boy in there, try to twist it. And it works, right? Technically it works. And my self is like, look how innovative I'm being. I'm using these tools that don't even go with this. This is so great. But the tool that I'm using doesn't like being that tool. So what are you doing in your life that you're like just forcing it in there because it technically works right, but that's not in alignment with where you should be going. What are you doing? Don't be the tool that don't fit right, girl. Like, stop doing that. I have done that for way too long in lots of areas of my life. I think it's part of the been in the military PTSD thing of you just gotta make it work. You just gotta make it work. You just gotta figure it out. I remember when I got deployed, it was just chaos all over with all the things that we were trying to put together because it just had to work. I am not in the middle of Iraq anymore. Why am I still thinking like that? That was even like a 6-month period. It's not like it was like years and years and years I was deployed. So what am I doing that's no longer in alignment? What are you doing that's no longer in alignment? How do you know that you're not in alignment? How do you know? For me, it was, I feel yucky doing these things. I have no joy. This is not fun. Can I technically do this? Yes. Do I feel like this is my calling? No, not at all. I do not feel like this is where I should be. And like you get these like twinges in your gut of like, oh, this is not what I like. I don't like doing this at all. But I can do it, so I'm just going to do it, and I'm just going to keep on making it happen. I'm just going to do it because I can. And I feel like if I've got this tool, then I can use this tool for whatever I could use it for, right? It's okay. This is not a multi-tool, but I'm just going to shove it in there like it's a hair clip into a toy for my child. But there are things in your business that you are doing that don't align with where you are trying to go. Like, what is your like big scary dream? I think you need to think about that. What is that big calling that you have that you are supposed to be doing? For me, I really feel like it's speaking on stages, which is not like I'm a very shy person. Actually, I'm actually a very shy person. I remember when I was in the military and I was on the booster club and there was like a room full of maybe 100 people, and I had to get up there and tell them about what we were doing. And this girl who thought she was my mentor decided to tell me that I was not very good on the stage and that I needed to work on this, and this about myself. And then I didn't speak on the stage again for a very long time because I was embarrassed. I was like, dude, I got nervous. I was like a little skittish. Felt very uncomfortable up there. But I believe that when you use your tools correctly, God will make a way. So, what tools do you have that you're using incorrectly? I knew that God had been calling me to make this podcast, so I started being obedient. Sorry, God, I'm a little bit hard-headed. So I started being obedient, and I know that this is part of the journey to speaking on stages. Don't know exactly what that's going to look like, when that's going to happen, if that's going to happen this year or in the next 10 years, but I know that that is going to happen, and I'm being faithful for that. But sometimes when you're not in alignment, those opportunities will never come to you. You have to be in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. So what work are you doing that is no longer in alignment? In the last episode, I mentioned that Allison and I discovered that we no longer wanted to do launches for other people. Could we do it? Yeah. Were we good at it? Pretty good. I'd say so myself. But they were not in alignment of where our bigger picture was. She's really passionate about having a retreat. She's been talking about doing a retreat for a long time. And I've been talking about speaking on stages for a long time. And doing product launches and course launches is not in alignment with that trajectory. Because I have to follow my calling. I have to follow the Holy Spirit when it's telling me, do this thing. So I know there's something in your business that you're like, it's not even that you hate it. I don't mind doing launches. I just know that that's not the direction we're supposed to go in. You might even be messing up something that you're really, really good at because it's no longer in alignment. Take a few minutes today. get the journal prompts in the description below and 100% figure out what is no longer in alignment. Because we're going to get you right, girl. We're going to get you so right. So let me know. DM me. I want to know what you're quitting. And I'll tell you what, I'm just about to quit. Because we about to quit something too. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm always quitting something because I'm always taking something else on. So let me know. Talk to you soon. Oh my goodness. Now, I know you're ready to take this to the next level. So what you need to do is go to Facebook, join a community of badass, unapologetically unstoppable women at the Unapologetically Unstoppable Community. And you can find me on the grams at Jeanette.Peterson or at Peterson and Bell. This podcast was created by me, Jeanette Peterson, and Allison Hartman. Our producer is the Amy Williams. Talk soon.